Real estate doesn't work in many places. It doesn't work in neighborhoods that have been disinvested for decades. Our role is to go into these neighborhoods and see the future, to invest expertise, to raise capital, to invest it prudently, and to develop partnerships all across the spectrum, from community councils to major real estate developers, to bring back investment into those places that have been left behind.
Madisonville is one of Cincinnati's 52 neighborhoods, and we're the northeasternmost neighborhood made up of about 10,000 people. In 2012, the neighborhood completed our quality of life plan, which provided a roadmap for the neighborhood's future. It involved hundreds of people articulating what we wanted to be when we grew up, essentially. The Port has been extremely helpful in all of this throughout the neighborhood, and not just in the heart of the neighborhood business district, but first by working with MedPace to clean up the old Newtone site and really prepare that for massive development that's taking place down there.
The property that the Port Authority acquired is the former home of Gibson Greeting Card, a very prominent business not only in Amberley but also throughout Hamilton County. This is a significant investment that we likely would not have seen from a private developer, because these are significant dollars, and it really has brought the property back to life and made available a 56-acre tract of land, probably the largest in the 275 Beltway.
Ready Cincinnati is the Regional Economic Development Initiative. We are entering our 5th year. We were formed specifically to focus on economic development. So Ready Cincinnati has had tremendous job growth in the last 5 years. One of our biggest disadvantages to that growth is the lack of construction-ready or shovel-ready sites. The Port has been a key partner in helping address that issue for us. Through multiple programs, we've partnered to bring at least 2 large manufacturing sites in the urban core online, meaning they're ready to go. Most clients won't wait 2 or 3 years to remediate a site, and the Port filled a vacuum where the private sector wasn't willing to take on some of these challenging sites, and gives us these tools to continue to attract investment to the area.
It's been fascinating for me to see the Port's evolution. Since it started almost 20 years ago as sort of a quiet, behind-the-scenes economic development authority, it's really taken on this fantastic set of tools. And what's really fascinating about the Port is that they have the tools and they actually use them. The Port has this kind of entrepreneurial eagerness where they really want to get involved and make something happen different and better than would otherwise be the case.
It's been great to be a part of the process of bringing some of these neighborhoods back, plus employing 10 people that can rely on us now. And before, we were capable of doing larger jobs, like in the private sector, but we didn't have the manpower. And with the Port keeping us with consistent work, we're able to keep those guys busy, and now we can go after bigger projects that we just weren't able to do before.
I've been working for the Port about 2.5 years, and the Port has allowed my business to grow. They have been giving me steady work and has allowed me to go from basically 2 employees to 10 employees. Working with the Port has allowed me to take houses that no one wants, that have been condemned, and has allowed us to take a house that is worth nothing and put it back in the community where a family will want to live in it.
One of the best aspects of my job at Cincinnati Preservation is working with the Land Bank on their historic building stabilization program. When walk and drive and bike through Cincinnati's historic neighborhoods, I see buildings everywhere that would not be standing today if it weren't for their intervention, because they were severely deteriorated. They were usually had absentee owners or people who simply were not up to the task of fixing those buildings, which is a daunting task and needs a lot of money.
Urban Fast Forward is a real estate and consulting firm which works entirely in urban neighborhoods, and the Port is one of the most transformational partners we have. Their commitment to the revitalization of urban neighborhoods through housing, through business districts, and through lifting up the people who live there is unparalleled in our community. I think it's essential to a city like Cincinnati, which is trying to really advance diversity goals, to have an economic development agency working in the real estate space with people, with buildings, with businesses. The Port is trying to rebuild the minority business infrastructure that this city regrettably lost over many years.
We are so thrilled to have the opportunity to build our new Major League Soccer stadium in the West End with the partnership with the Redevelopment Authority of Greater Cincinnati. We look forward to bringing new vitality into the neighborhood through this great partnership.
Duke Energy and the port have had a long-standing relationship in partnering together. Early in my career, I had someone tell me about economic development that it was a team game. The team at the port has done a great job of engaging customers, communities, the business community on ideals and initiatives, and then taking that feedback and generating and delivering great results for the long-term vitality and sustainability of the communities in the greater Cincinnati region.